This is a piece of land that bears rich ethnic culture. A place where UNESCO's first site to carry out the cultural mapping project. Life here remains simple. It was an exciting moment for the people of Baijiu village. After almost 5 years, bullfighting has finally returned. The event attracted over 10,000 people. Not everyone realizes that behind the scenes there was a huge international cooperative project aiming to preserve the local ethnic minorities' unique culture.
Bullfighting is a familiar event here in Baijiu village, but for the past 5 years it's been just a memory. But thanks to a program called Cultural Mapping here in Songjiang County, bullfighting is now returned to Baijiu village.
对吧？那么其他呢，我们这11个村子呢，我们各位在座的记录员也都在做这个工作，所以我们第一个项目呢，就是请大家呢把咱们这个绘图啊，大家互相的来展示一下。
Wang Xiaowang is the project manager of the Congjiang Cultural Mapping Project. Every 3 months, she flies from Beijing to Congjiang, a remote place which is located in China's southwestern Guizhou province. Today is her 10th time meeting with the local project recorders. All the recorders are selected from the local villages. For the past 2 years, they had been the key force of this project.
范书记呢，就是带了一个口信，说他们过2天呢，他们村子要搞这个斗牛活动，邀请大家呢一起去参加。那我们这边在座的记录员有空的话呢，都去看一看，啊，很热闹的，应该是，好吧？啊。
Due to its inconvenient traffic access, traveling in Congjiang was not the most pleasant experience. While at the same time, Congjiang also accommodates various Chinese minority groups and bears rich ethnic cultural traditions. In April 2009, with the support of MDG Achievement Fund, the United Nations Educational, Science and Cultural Organization, known as UNESCO, introduced the Cultural Mapping Project here in Congjiang. Unlike other projects, cultural mapping involves local villagers to document and revive their own culture. Digital cameras, handmade maps, modern and traditional tools have all become effective ways to preserve the culture. Besides CHP as the implementation partner, Guizhou Administration of Cultural Heritage is UNESCO's lead government partner, while the local county government provides local administration support. The project will conclude in October 2011.
哎，你好，你好，张老师，张老师啊，你好，你好。我给你介绍一下，这就是
你好。
我们从江文化绘图的那个记录员滚水哥。
哦，滚水哥，
滚水哥。巴沙这
个。这是真的。
你好，你好，你好，你好。
这是那个上海电视台的。
主持人，
对，麦克先生，对。
你好，你好，哎呀，很高兴认识你。
哎，王老师。
你好，你好，你好。你干嘛呢？这是在？
我们在迎接在等客人今天不是有个团队嘛，然后我们就大家都在这里等那个团队，我们在这里迎接等。
Biasha started its tourism industry over 15 years ago. As an icon or symbol of this village, all men over the age of 15 carry a musket and machete with them. Today, a tourist group will visit the village. Shui Ge and his friends got up very early this morning and have been waiting here almost 2 hours just to greet the group.
那么在巴沙这里呢，鸣枪它有2层含义。第一层含义呢，就是为各位远道而来的贵客接风洗尘，迎来幸福安康。
Shui Ge once worked in a supermarket in the coastal Guangdong province, but 3 years ago, he chose to return and work in the village as part of the acting and performance team. Shui Ge joked that he had 3 different roles in his village: a farmer, a performer, and a recorder. After the performance, the team is paid by the travel agency. Each performance is 600 RMB. That's approximately $80. Today, they had 2 performances. 然后还要看什么手续哈？
那个数据就是我们每个月每一天接待的团队，然后收到那表演费都要提成10%给村里的，都要有那个为证的。
不错不错。然后就是平均每个月大概能表演几次？
就是每个月就是一天也有1-2场的，但是也有些天呢，基本上就没有了。
拿了多少钱？50多块哈。
对。
啊，那我去你家看看吧。
好的。
好，行，那你领着路啊。
好的。
好。The southern side of the mountain is where most Baijiu villagers live. Life here is simple and has had little contact with the outside world. Both for me and the villagers, this is reality. 就这儿哈。哦。哎，你爸爸哈？哎呦。好。我这边哈。你好，孩子真漂亮，多大了？2个月了哈。哎呦，长得真漂亮。Shui Ge was married last year, but as tradition of the Miao minority, he still lives with his parents and elder brother. 我们好是这样子哈。好的，好。你再给他也喝，尽量他好。那我们上2楼看看吧。那这是2楼哈。
这是2楼。
你们住的？
这是我们住的。
住在这个房间里。总共是几间？
总共有4间。
4间哈。这是你拍的那个照片吧？就是。
这个对，这个就是我拍我们这个在上的那个全景，然后就选这张
The photo on this calendar is some of Shui Ge's personal work. It was selected for Biasha's cultural calendar, one of the outputs of the cultural mapping project. It marks all the important festivals of the Miao minority. Each household gets a copy. For the first time, they have a calendar that is made by them and for them.
这张就是我参加这个文化绘图之后照的，
就那个活动。那就是前2年的事情哈。
对。
相机拿好了。
对对，这是我们做记录的那个相机。
我看一下。
As a recorder of the Congjiang Cultural Mapping Project, Shui Ge was given a digital camera to document the unique culture of his village.
就这张。这两位是谁？
这个就是我们标沙的新娘。对。
Different from the traditional ways, experts had limited participation in this project. UNESCO encourages the local villagers to document and present their own culture.
刚开始做这个工作的时候，有没有遇到一些什么困难或者一些什么情况？
说到困难，其实也挺多的，也是我印象最深的一次。就是去年的，就是3、4月份这样吧，去举行一个求雨活动，然后我跟那个村长说了，我们一起去拍的，然后在里面呢，有一些人呢，他们可能误解了还是怎么回事，他们就不让我们进去，把我们赶了回来。我觉得是一件非常遗憾的事。像我这种年龄段的人都很少有人留在标沙，但是我留了下来。在这标沙也需要我们这些年轻人继承承我们这种文化，因为我们这种文化是没有那种文字记载的，我们苗族根本就没有文字记载，都是一代传给一代的。对，这张就是我们就是画我们标沙的这个地形图。
The calendar is just a tiny part of his project. Shui Ge is also drawing a map of Biasha, not only graphically, but also culturally.
这边是王家寨。
那这个绿色的这个圈是代表什么？
代表水井。
水井
代表水井。对。
然后这个黑色的这个是代表什么？
黑色的这个就神秘了。有人过世了之后，我们就会抬着那个死人往这条路往这边走。
举行葬礼的时候是吧？
葬礼走人的在我们标沙就称为轨道。
轨道。
对。
那你说
Although Biasha's tourism was developed in the early 1990s, agriculture still remains the main source of income for villagers. Life is still not easy for Shui Ge, but after my conversation with Shui Ge, I began to realize that for many people here, simplicity equals happiness. Much like the calendar on their wall, for them, cultural preservation is also something of simplicity. For the Congjiang Cultural Mapping Project, 11 villages were selected as sites to carry out the project. But one of the biggest challenges is the inconvenient traffic access. Some destinations are still unreachable by public transportation. It was quite a difficult journey for us to meet the recorders of this project. On the other hand, however, this also helps to protect the local culture from being influenced by the outside world.
Here we are on the Dulil River, and next to us are some of these smaller Dongzu villages, and they like to build their villages right next to the river for easy access to the water. Now we're on our way to Gaozong village to see Yang Tongrong. He's the recorder there for the cultural mapping program in this area.
8点钟，
早上8点钟哈。
刚出来的时候。
哦。哟，这个高度挺好的，就是整个村里都能看到。
Yang Tongrong is the recorder for Gaozong village. He is a farmer as well as a big lover of photography. People here call him the farmer photographer. During the past 5 years, he has photographed over 100,000 photos, all focusing on Congjiang's agricultural civilization. Today, we're lucky enough to attend a traditional Dong minority wedding. For Yang Tongrong, this is a precious opportunity for him to do what he loves. Yang told me that by recording the details of the villagers' lives, it developed a new understanding of his hometown and inspired him to learn the ethnic culture. It was hard to imagine that behind his passion there was a touching story. 2 years ago, he lost everything he had in a tragic house fire.
那您就是房子着火了以后，您住哪儿呢？就这里了，就这么小的一个小棚子，住了多久呢？3个月吧。3个月。那现在这个棚子里面是干嘛用的？放羊的哈。哇，挺艰苦的。那我们下去吧。那我看这个高增村还是挺大的哈，500多户，哎，那不小了，不小了。啊，哎，那这是您家了？挺好的，挺好的。那这个盖起来要多少钱？6万多吧。6万多。哎呀，我看呢，您这个房子基本上都是木头盖的哈。杉木的。哎，你好，你好啊，你好，你好。上海电视台啊。
In the past, Yang owned a motel, and it was to host and receive backpackers traveling from all over the country. But in September 2009, an electrical fire caused by defaulty wiring destroyed his house with all his possessions. The only thing left was the digital camera he carried with him and the clothes on his back. Now, almost 2 years have passed, but for Yang Tongrong, the memory is still as just yesterday.
电脑哈，哎呦，都烧坏了哈。这里面的都是，哎呦，这是什么？这是移动硬盘。移动硬盘。哎呀，那摄像机。对，摄像机。挺可惜的。So what we're looking at now is about 2 years ago when his house caught on fire. We're looking at the remains of some of the photography tools that he used to have. He had 2 camcorders, a camera with a really nice lens, also had some portable hard drives. Everything was lost in the fire, including all of the beautiful pictures that he had taken beforehand. It's really quite a sad story. So he lost everything in the fire, but he was able to save this one camera. That was his only possession that he was able to save from the fire. 这些东西都已经烧没了，你为什么还要留下来呢？这个太珍贵了，因为有好多我的亲戚在里头，太可惜了，我留个纪念吧。留个纪念哈。有些小洞了，还没有完全完工哈。对对对。啊。
Life is far from easy for Yang and his family. To help with the reconstruction of his home, Yang asked for and received loans from friends and caring people.
哎，这是您女儿的照片哈？啊，因为你有2个女儿，一大女儿、小女儿是吧？啊，那您大女儿现在在哪里？在上海师范大学读书吧。哦，她现在学的什么专业？社会专业吧。哦，这样的。
In addition to his house loans, he also has to support his oldest daughter who is studying in Shanghai.
那你说这个高速公路是从这边先修的，然后
By the end of the year, the newly constructed expressway between Congjiang and Guiyang, the capital city of the province, will be open for public use. Yang hopes that the opening of the expressway will be an opportunity both for his family and the entire village. It's the opening day of the bullfighting festival, and for the people of Baijiu village, it's an exciting moment.
So we're here, and if you want to enter the village, you have to drink the rice wine that they've made. It's really interesting.
Unlike performances you see in some tourist destinations around China, here the bullfighting festival is a ceremony that belongs solely to the locals. Bullfighting has a long history with the Miao minority group. Due to the lack of other forms of entertainment, it's regarded as one of the biggest festivals in the village and nearby regions. Some people walk up to 5 hours just to participate in the event. Rain or shine, they come for the event. Traditions here are well preserved, such as the memorial heaven ceremony performed by the local shaman. For a newcomer like myself, the only thing which echoes in my ear is the sound of this. This is called a lusheng. It's a traditional musical instrument made and played by Dong and Miao minorities. It is made solely from bamboo. During the festivals, people here play the lusheng and dance together. The sound echoes in the mountain and you can hear it from kilometers away.
All right, so now we've entered into the Baijiu village, and right behind me are the people here in the village, and they're doing the opening ceremonies for the bullfighting festival. It's really interesting.
Here we are at the bullfighting ring with over 10,000 visitors. Here today is Fan Xibiao, the recorder for Baijiu village. Fan is the former part secretary of the village. Even today, people still call him Secretary Fan.
百州人就会养牛，养牛百州是第一的。
那选牛也是有讲究的吧？就是你选什么牛来养？
选牛也是最关键的。
Bullfighting in Baijiu village dates back thousands of years. However, in 2005, due to road construction, the new road was built directly over the bullfighting ring. The people of Baijiu lost their bullfighting ring and their precious festival. In 2009, Fan Xibiao attended UNESCO's Congjiang Cultural Mapping Training Workshop. This workshop motivated the recorders to find ways to preserve their ethnic culture. Fan encouraged the villagers to rebuild the bullfighting ring and revive their festival.
我们的民族文化很珍贵，要把牛塘重新修起来，找个地方，我们就到这里来看，看这里是我的山。怎么办了饭？我说没问题。他们说两边都是自留山，田是集体的田，那怎么办？我说没问题，那是我的山，能够定下来，那就放到全部搞牛塘。
The construction of the new bullfighting ring took 500 hours of hard labor and cost 5,000 yuan. That's approximately $800 US. The money was raised and donated by local villagers, government, and UNESCO's Congjiang Cultural Mapping Project. My journey in Congjiang ends today. It's still difficult for me to describe the definition of cultural mapping. People always think culture means ancient buildings, special songs, or festive celebrations. But I believe here in Congjiang, culture is more about people's emotions and the way of living in their daily life. Something that remains simple and unchanged.